Hey, I'm Brennan, and today we are checking out the REV'IT Discovery GORE-TEX boots coming in at 580 buckaroos. These are actually about $80 up from the previous gen of these, which were the Discovery H2O boots, which was not a GORE-TEX boot. So you're paying about $80 more, but you are getting GORE-TEX. And if you know anything about GORE-TEX, they are the best in the game when it comes to waterproofing and the overall breathability that they provide, as well as guaranteeing the waterproofing for the life of the garment. So you're getting a lot for that extra 80 bucks. And I think for some riders out there doing some serious touring, some serious adventure riding, you know, maybe you're doing a little bit of that from time to time, maybe 70-30, 70 street, 30% ADV, kind of light trail riding. These could be a great option for you to take a look at because they are going to be something that's going to give you a lot of versatility for a wide range of different climates and different riding applications. So, they have a suede leather main construction with some full grain accents. We've got some brushed leather here. We've got a BOA system. We've got excellent impact protection right here around the shin, excellent crush protection. There's a lot to discuss with these particular boots. But before I get going, I do want to talk about the overall fit. I typically wear a size 11 in most of my riding shoes and riding boots. I'm wearing a size 45 in these. They fit me spot on. I would certainly say they're running true to the sizing chart, true to your typical shoe size here. 45, AKA an 11, spot on for me. So no problems there. Nothing feels overly wide in the toe box for me. Nothing feels overly generous or too snug or anything like that. They are spot on, right on the money there. So certainly true to size. Get your measurements, reference a chart, should be all set. And at 580 bucks, of course, they're going to ship to you for free. And we do have a price match policy in place that's there to ensure that you're getting the best deal around. So starting at the toe, you can see this raised rubber here. This is a very stout toe. A little bit of a grip pattern here. I think this could be a little bit more, just to give you a little bit more grip in this particular area, especially if you're riding in wet conditions. That would probably help out when you're shifting and things like that. But swinging around town, brush rubber right here working its way towards the back. You can see a little pop of reflectivity right here around the Achilles. Nice crush protection. You know, got a really solid heel right there and really excellent side-to-side crush protection. And that's one of the major benefits with riding boots in general. It's just that crush protection. If you're to fall over and the bike's on top of you, well, you've got some protection incorporated there. This is their Vibram lug pattern sole. It's not overly aggressive, but this is going to be great for some light ADV riding. You've got some spacing here, and if you're on different surfaces and things like that, it'll help you out with the overall grip. And if this is thermal molded on here, it is replaceable as well, so just keep that in mind. We do have a little bit of impact protection right here on the medial as well as the lateral side of these boots, protecting those ankle bones right here, these little cups, so certainly nice to have those. A little bit of a grip pattern here. Again, I think this is something that could be done a little bit better just to give you a little bit more grip, but it's certainly not a deal breaker by any means, but it is something worth noting. I like the impact protection that we've got right here at the shin as well. But let's go ahead and open this up. We'll get the BOA system underneath here. Some people like the BOA system, some people not so much. For me, I think it's great. It's an incredibly simple system. I just unclick that and now I can loosen it up and very easily get inside the boots. If I want to tighten everything up, just click it down and twist away, and I can ratchet everything nice and snug. So it's a very simple system. I've had it on my snowboarding boots for years and years. I've yet to have a single issue with them, but it is one of those things, you know, unlike shoelaces, if a shoelace fails, well, you can probably make do and figure out a way to make it work. Whereas if this system fails, well, you got to get it replaced. You got to send it in there to get squared away, but I've yet to hear of any cases of that actually happening so far. So I'm sure it has, but has not happened to me, and I haven't had any serious reports about it. But we're going to wait into the interior. You can see where that GORE-TEX liner goes. It goes just below the top part of this BOA system, this little line right there. You can see that gray material on the inside. Otherwise, it's just a 3D mesh on the inside, and the sole itself is an ortholite sole. So it's very comfortable, breathable. So we're seeing that quite a bit within the moto world as well because of the comfort that it actually provides and just the overall longevity as well. So I'm going to go ahead and ratchet this bad boy up. You do have shank reinforcement here. I'd say it's about 7 out of 10 when it comes to the overall stiffness with this. So, you know, again, light ADV, you know, maybe a little bit stiffer than what we're used to seeing for the touring application. It's kind of right there in that middle ground of light ADV riding and touring. I think it's comfortable enough that you can walk around a little bit if you're, you know, out there on the trails, but it's not something I would want to hike a long trail on by any means because of that overall stiffness. So light ADV, excellent option for some touring. I think it gives you a nice stable platform with that Vibram sole right there. But overall, I like that we've got a GORE-TEX option for the breathability, for the waterproof capabilities, and we've got a guaranteed waterproofing for the lifetime of these particular boots. So pretty stout. I mean, it's certainly an investment at this particular price point, but if you're logging some serious miles, sometimes it might be worth going up into the GORE-TEX membrane there to get that additional versatility. If you're looking for more details, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page. And as always, if you have any additional questions about these boots, or maybe some alternative options you are checking out, maybe you're trying to step it up into something like the Expedition, which is a GORE-TEX option. That's around 800 bucks if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on the price there. But that has a dual hinge system. That's more of a serious ADV riding boot. But if you want to compare that to this one, again, that's what our customer service team is there for. Don't hesitate to reach out. They'll be more than happy to get you pointed in the right direction. But thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, taking a closer look at the REV'IT Discovery GORE-TEX boots. I'm Brandon. Keep it pinned.